Congress said you can't use human prisoners. These assholes aren't.
Creature Commandos' first season finale is currently available for streaming on Max, marking the official launch of the new DC universe. Its climax, which skillfully blended outrageous, frequently explicit humor and violence with a shockingly melancholy emotional core, was typical of the entire season. This is the event that took place. The Amazon Circe, Anya Kalatra, has warned that Pokolistani Princess Ilana Rostovic, Maria Bakalova, is plotting a devastating invasion of the world, and the remaining Creature Commandos are getting ready to finish their new task of killing her. In the meantime, flashback scenes show Commando Nina Mazursky's, Zoe Chow, eerie beginnings. Nina's body was eventually changed into its present fish-like form, where she can only breathe underwater, after her scientist father put her through an experimental therapy that he hoped would cure a life-threatening lung disease she was born with. Because of this, Nina was ridiculed and terrified by practically everyone she encountered in life, with the exception of the Creature Commandos and her father, who was unintentionally slain by terrified police officers as they were apprehending Nina. When the injured Rick Flag Sr., Frank Grillo, momentarily regains consciousness in the modern-day United States, he begs Amanda Waller, Viola Davis, the director of ARGUS, to look into Isla McPherson, Stephanie Beatriz, the Amazonian mythology scholar who verified the authenticity of Circe's story. When McPherson's body and the remains of the shape-shifting supervillain Clayface, Alan Tudyk, are discovered at the professor's house by Waller and John Economos, Steve Agee, they discover that Clayface had posed as McPherson in order to fool Waller into accepting Circe's story and directing the princess murder. In an attempt to halt the murder, Waller frantically contacts the Commandos and the Pokolistani authorities. When the Commandos are monitoring Ilana back in Pokolistan, Eric Frankenstein, David Harbour, interrupts them for a moment and confesses his passionate love for the bride, Indira Varma. After the bride repeatedly shoots Eric in the chest, knocking him out of a window, the squad continues their mission. Nina is persuaded by the bride and Dr. Phosphorus, Tudyk, that she must be the one to kill the princess by striking from further underwater while Ilana goes swimming. Nina unwillingly gives in to their pressure. Weasel, Sean Gunn, moved by Ilana's resemblance to one of the kids who hung out with him before their terrible deaths, escapes from the bride and Phosphorus to warn Ilana, who disarms Nina and then repeatedly stabs her in the stomach with her own knife, causing the latter's bloody body to float to the lake's surface. Waller is only able to communicate with the Pokolistani security forces at that point, outlining the circumstances and averting more conflicts between them and the Commandos. After extending a cordial apology for the miscommunication, Ilana invites the Commandos to return to her castle. The bride, however, confronts her and discloses that the crew found video footage of Ilana and Clayface meeting immediately after Eric's interruption. As a result, the bride concluded that Circe was correct and that Ilana did intend to wipe off the world, but that she had only done so by using Clayface's portrayal of McPherson to cast doubt on Waller and company. After explaining that she is shooting Ilana in the head because she killed Nina, whom the bride describes as the only friend I have, rather than because Ilana is a threat to international security, the bride labels Ilana a power-mad, sadistic, narcissistic Disney princess, and the only person among us who possesses a small amount of kindness. Then, before the Pokolistanis discover Ilana is dead, the bride departs the castle with Phosphorus and Weasel. When Economos returns to Belle Reve Penitentiary, she informs the bride that Waller has ordered the renovation of a portion of the prison's non-human internment wing to make it more comfortable for Task Force M/the Creature Commandos while they are incarcerated. The bride affirms that she intends to stay with the team. Phosphorus, Weasel, a reconstructed GI robot, Gunn, and 3 additional team members are all housed in the renovated quarters. King Shark, Diedrich Bader, Khalees, and Nosferatu, 3 other superhuman inmates, are part of the latter trio. King Shark was formerly a member of the titular group in the film The Suicide Squad. Eric is seen to be alive in a scene after the credits had rolled. He is depicted recuperating from his gunshot wounds and eating soup with an elderly female cooperator, Bakalova, who made an appearance in the season opener. As they eat, it becomes evident that despite the shooting, Eric's obsession with the bride is still as strong as ever. He lets out another delusional outburst about how he believes the bride's repeated rejection of him is a show of affection. That individual is unable to take hints. That concludes our review for today, but the discussion is far from over. For more, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more videos. Keep the magic of movies alive until the next time, signing off from FK Bytes.